Fast Start Training here, Wealth Builders Worldwide, the MAP, Massive Action Plan. We are going to go through the training, getting started right away. So hopefully you have your Go Gladiator forms. You can get those off of DMV Cryptocurrency page, the Union page, Eagle Team Wealth page. So you should have that printed up and ready to go. My name is Dr. Sergio Rozelle, for those of you who don't know me. So glad that we have you on here today. And it's my pleasure to introduce to many and, well, basically get started. We're going to introduce the gentleman that's going to be conducting this training today. We do this call, we do it every Saturday. He is a leader in the company, a leader on the team. He's built a very successful, notable team. He's gold director in the company. He's gold director, and he's just an all-around great guy. We all know him and love him. He is Mr. Al Bustin' Loose Murray. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the training over to him. And guys, we're going to go fast and furious. There will be times to answer questions and anything. And Mr. Murray, who's one of the most notable trainers in the whole company, is going to do a great job for you. So I'll be taking copious notes just like everyone else. So let's go. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that awesome introduction. We appreciate all that you do, sir. Actually being a gentleman that is one of my mentors in this business. I certainly appreciate everything that you bring to the table. Just an awesome day today, folks. I'm glad that each and every one of you took time out of your busy schedules to join us on this training here. And believe me, we're going to make this training worth your while. This training, the purpose of this training is to help all new associates get off to a fast start. Is to assist you in your business here today. Now, I'm not sure why I keep getting these annotations on the screen, because I have it set for no annotations, but we still keep getting disable. All right, let me just try to get this off here real quick. All right, great. All right. Well, listen, folks, I just want to let you know, one of the most important things that you're going to do in this business is get an affiliate started in the right direction. And that's what this training is all about. It's in place so that it can assist you in your business from two aspects. One, if you're a new affiliate, is to show you how and what you need to do to get off to a fast start in this business. And next, if you are a sponsor, if you brought somebody into the business, is to assist you in helping your new affiliate get off to a fast start and showing them what they need to do, and giving them, at the end of this, every training that we do, there is a homework assignment that is asked, and that homework assignment assists you as a sponsor. So as you sit through this training, you'll see how it flows. I want to make sure that each and every one of you have 2 copies of the Gold Gladiators Club form. The Gladiators Club form, you can go to the Facebook page on the Union and download that. If you don't have time, then we certainly want to make sure that you have pen and paper. This is an interactive training, folks. So we're going to be asking for participation, and we're going to expect and hope that you guys will participate. It's not going to be something where you're going to be hearing Dr. Rozelle or myself just talking 100% during this training phase. So let's move forward. Now, again, what we're looking to do, and the purpose of this training, is to assist everyone in achieving 5 and 5, the Carrot Fast Track bonus. It's your first goal of the business as a new affiliate. It's where you help 5 new affiliates in your first 5 weeks get a business package at your level or higher, and you get a free upgrade to the next level. So let's just say you are a silver in this business. You get your package, you get started as a silver member in the package, in the business. You help 5 people come on board as a silver. That moves you to gold. So now you can earn 2 bonuses within that 5 weeks. You can do 5 and 5 2 times within your first 5 weeks of the business. So you're now with gold, and you go out and you're still building your business. You're condensing time frames. And what I mean by that is typically we're looking to expose 1 to 3 people a day based upon how busy you are, but you are exposing at a little more feverish rate because your goal is to maximize this bonus and to really get your business off to a fast start. So now you're a gold. You go out and you're still working through your list, and now you help, say, 3 people become golds and 2 people become VIPs. So 3 came in at your level, 2 came in above. That's your next promotion. So you move from gold to VIP. So in this scenario, folks, you've moved from the silver position to the VIP position in a matter of 5 weeks or less. And you have maximized your business opportunity because you've gotten 2 bonuses. Think about the money that saved you, but not only that, think about the positioning that it's put you in now with regards to your business. You now have 10 people that are part of your business that are excited and ready to go. You're able to take advantage of the new comp plan enhancements as far as the direct commission goes, going down 3 generations, and the check matching. Okay, so it's a phenomenal thing, folks, and this is definitely this is definitely something that you want to establish early in your business. And it's a good thing, even if you are a seasoned affiliate on the line today, to say, hey, listen, you know what? I'm going to do what I'm asking my team to do, and that's go out, and this month I'm going to bring on 5 new affiliates, folks. So again, set the goal for yourself and get your team to move with you. So the first thing we want to do is we want to talk about some important ingredients for your business. The first thing is your mindset. You got to get your mind straight, folks. So mindset is everything. Whatever you believe you can do, you can achieve it in this business. So get your mindset straight. Second is your why. You want to know, you got to make sure that you identify why it is that you're doing this business. And it's important that your sponsor, if you're bringing somebody into this business, that you know with your new affiliates why they're doing the business, because there's going to come a time when you need to reiterate that why to them again. Third, and certainly not third on the list as far as importance, is your list. Okay, so you've got to have a list, and then you've got to have an ability to contact and invite that list. So all of these ingredients are interchangeable when it comes to importance. So let's just talk a little bit more about each and every one of them, folks. First, let's delve into the importance of your mindset and the philosophy that you take along with your business. Folks, understand, and I love Jim Rohn. I mentor from this gentleman for years and years, double-digit years. And one of the things that he teaches is that a few disciplines practiced every day can lead you to the success that you're looking for. All right. But at the same token, he says a few errors in judgment practiced daily can lead you to failure. So obviously we're looking for success. And the one thing that he teaches us too is as you go along this path, okay, towards success or failure, it takes a lifetime to fail, but it only takes a few moments to change your course in the direction to start heading towards success. Now, seemingly so, folks, as we go through the processes of working a business or even go through life, we can be doing things that are good or bad. So you could be doing something good or you could be doing something bad. But over the course of 1 day, 2 days, 1 year, 2 years, 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks, you get the same production. It doesn't look as though the compounded effect hasn't taken place yet. So I guess the best way I can explain this is the doctor says, eat an apple a day. Okay, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? So if you're eating that apple every day, you know, you don't necessarily see the effects of that on a day-to-day process, on a day-to-day basis. But over the long term, you know, you find that you're not going to the doctors as much. You haven't gained the weight. But again, if you, on the flip side of that, you're eating a Snickers every day, well, the doctor said eat an apple a day. But eating that Snickers, you know, during week 1, you know, it's not affecting you very much. Week 2 is not affecting you very much. But as you do that over the course of day after day after day, the compounding effect starts to lead to things that will deteriorate your health. So these are some of the practices that we want to get away from in our business. And I say that because, you know, one of the things we talked about earlier in the training was that we want to prospect or expose folks on our list 1 to 3 people a day. Well, if you do that, if you miss a day or you miss another day, it doesn't seem like it has that big of an effect on your business. But let's just say you're just getting started in this business, and all of a sudden now you find that you've gone through 3 weeks of your fast start period, 3 of the 5 weeks, and you haven't done any exposures. You haven't told anybody about your business. You haven't followed the steps all the way through with any one person on your list. Well, now the compounded effect of that error in judgment practiced on a daily basis is going to catch up with you pretty quick when you look back on that 5th week and say, and realize that you haven't met that 5 and 5 requirement, folks. So understand that the philosophy here is so important. One of the philosophies that Jim Rohn teaches is that profits are better than wages. Okay. You know, he says, you know, wages will earn you a living, but profits will make you a fortune. All right. So that's a philosophy, you know, and, but this is one of the things that I really want to share with you, because human beings are the most adaptable creatures on the face of this earth. And typically, when we're looking at any process in life, we tend to look and we're evaluating it, and we do this thing called plan, do, and review. When you're in the production phase and you're not getting the type of productivity that you're looking at, typically we come back and we start looking at, well, what am I doing in my business? Okay, because that's determining your results, right? What am I doing in the business? So, okay, well, what do I need to maybe step up my exposures? Do I need to, you know, add more people to my list? So you start to change activity, and then you hope that your results will change. That'll lead you to a little better lifestyle. All right. But here's the thing, folks. What we really want to be able to do here is we want to be able to come back and really look at the mindset piece of this. Okay. And understand that programming. And one thing I want to ask folks to do when we join the line, if we could, let's make sure that we mute our lines out as well. We are recording. We want to make sure that this is a professional training call for everyone involved. So again, just getting back, I just muted that person out. Thank you so much. But understand this, the mindset, okay, is the most important aspect of this, because when we understand that what the programming process is, folks, understand when you're a child, the first programming that we encounter is that of our parents. All right. Your parent smacks you if you put your hand near the socket, and you understand you're programmed that, no, that's bad. Don't touch this socket. Stay away from the stove when it's hot. Okay. That's programming, right? So if that's programming that we have no control over because our parents are in charge, they control the programming. Now, as adults, when we realize that something is changing, that we're in a situation that we might not be able to control or that we don't like at this particular point in time, in many cases, all we have to do is come back and change the programming, change the channel, right? If your kids are watching the wrong stuff on TV, what do? You change the program, you change the channel, right? So again, so this is why you find many professionals in our industry, what they do is they turn their automobiles into rolling universities. It's a situation where we're constantly in personal development, and we're focusing on the programming that's coming in. You being a part of this training is a part of your programming, because this programming affects your thoughts and your philosophy. So if you believe that profits are better than wages, well, you might need to have those wages to make your living at the moment, but you understand that to live the lifestyle that you want, you have to start bringing in profits. So you open up a part-time business, such as this business here that we have here with Karatbars International. So change your thoughts, you change your lifestyle, folks. Understand that. So as your philosophies and your thoughts start to change, it affects your attitude. So now you go into the situation with a changed attitude. We like to tell folks, listen, when you come into the briefing, a weekly briefing, that you leave your problems at the door. You know, you don't bring them in to the meeting room. You leave them in the car with you. You lock them in the trunk, and then you put on that smile, and you come into that happy space, and you come into the briefing with a positive attitude. So that's the way you have to attack your business, with the right attitude. Because understand this, if you've got the wrong attitude, then it doesn't matter what activity you're taking. So if you're approaching people with a hostile approach, you know, you're looking intimidating, you're looking like you're scared to approach them. So obviously you may need to come back and adjust this attitude. And adjust the attitude, it may take you coming all the way back here and adjusting the programming, right? So it's the programming that leads to your thoughts and philosophies, that lead to your attitude, that ultimately dictate the type of activity, the way you conduct that activity, which leads to results that you get, that ultimately determine your lifestyle, whether it's going to be successful in this business or if you're going to fail. So understand, folks, it is imperative that you focus on the programming, focus on personal development, and keeping that mindset straight. So here's what we want to focus on now, folks. The number, your why, your reasons why. Why are you doing this business? And I'm telling you, your why should make you cry. Your why must be strong enough to motivate you, folks. It's got to be strong enough to motivate you. It's not about the money, it's what the money can do for you. All right. So a lot of times when you ask somebody, you know, why are you doing this business? Oh, I need to make some money. Really? Well, how much money do you need to make? Oh, I need to make $10,000 a month. Well, you know, that's an incredible thing to say, and it's even a more incredible thing to do. But when you have no real basis and understanding of what it takes, or what living at a $10,000 a month lifestyle is, then it can just be something that you're saying, but there's nothing really attached to that emotionally. So what is it that $10,000 will do for you every month? What is it that you want to do with that $10,000 a month? That is when you're really getting to the why. Now, I want you guys to start thinking about your whys here, because we're going to open up and we want to hear some of your whys, why it is that you're doing this business. Your why should keep you going when you're ready to quit. And I say that, folks, because when you come in and you start this business, you're at the height of your enthusiasm, and you're excited. And when you start building that list, and the reality is just this, folks, the people that you think that are going to get involved, they aren't. Those that you think won't, will. You have no idea, folks. You don't have there's no crystal ball answer for that. That's why you have to expose everybody to the business. But when you start coming into objection, one of the things that we do is we take it personally. We think that people are saying no to us. So then our attitude starts to change, our mindset starts to shift, and we start feeling down. Well, when that happens, that's when it's the sponsor's time. That's when it's your time. So you got to think back to your programming. When you're trying to program yourself, okay, I understand that I need to have a why, and my why needs to be strong enough to keep me motivated during this time when I'm feeling down. So now you think back to that programming. Okay, why am I doing this again? Oh yes, that's right. I need to retire my wife. So regardless that this person that I thought was going to get started in this business isn't, I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm going to keep pushing through, and I'm going to build my business. So that why should keep you going, folks, when you go through those ebbs and valleys in this business. And believe me, you're going to go through them, folks. You're high right now, but when you start building a business, you know, and things start happening, and that enthusiasm starts to go down like this, okay, then you need to really look at that why and keep that close to you, because then you sign that first person and boom, next thing you know, you're high again. You sign that next one and boom, you're high again. And then all of a sudden you've got a team, but then you realize your team isn't doing anything. Okay, maybe you didn't get them on a training like this. Maybe they aren't motivated correctly. Maybe they don't understand the programming, the thoughts and what have you, the activities, the mindset. Maybe they haven't grasped that part of it yet, so they aren't moving well. So again, you hit that heading towards that valley again, right? And then you got to think about your why. But here's the thing: as you push through the business, the valleys are never as deep as they originally start out. So you start to go down and you get here, and then you go up, and then the next thing you come down and you get here, and then you go up, and then you get here, and then you go up. So you're constantly going up and to the right. That's the way this business is supposed to work. So let's do this now, folks. And I just want to share my why with you. I've been married for 25 years. I've known my wife. I took my wife to her senior prom, and my wife has always been super supportive of me. She's a giver. We caregive for my mother-in-law, and so she goes to work. She comes home. She cooks dinner. She cleans. She's a great mother, a great wife, great daughter, and she's to me she's just overworked. And my goal. My why is to bring her home from the federal government early. I want to retire my wife. That's my why. So my sponsor just used that on me probably last week. He says, we were talking, and I was just telling him, that right now I was going through a little phase in my business where I really need to start focusing on recruiting a lot more, because I'm not seeing the productivity that I'm accustomed and that I like. And I need to get back more into phase one of this business. And he says to me, well, Mr. Murray, is it still important for you to bring your wife home from work? And I said, absolutely, it certainly is. And it just kind of jarred me and brought me back into perspective, and it's so funny when things like that happen in the business. So listen, what I want to do now, we've got about 20 or so folks that are participating in this training. And what I want to do is I want to open up right now just to see if there's anyone on the line that would like to share with the crowd what their why is. And you will have to unmute your lines in order to do that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Gwen Lewis. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Miss Lewis. Welcome to the call.
Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up because it does make you think about why. And my why has been running around in my head, different things. I have a nonprofit. I want to make sure that I can keep that going. And we're mentoring middle school children. And also my daughter, Tia Stanley. That is my big why. I want to make sure she is successful and self-sufficient when I'm no longer here. So I want to make sure now, while she is healthy and everything, that she can enjoy a good life. That is my why.
Sounds like you want to make sure you leave a legacy behind.
Absolutely.
That's an incredible why. That's a biblical teaching there. It's I'm reminded, that reminds me of scripture. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. So that's an excellent why. We appreciate you sharing that with us. Anyone else?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Murray. How are you?
Outstanding, sir. Welcome to the call, Mr. Marshall.
Thank you so much. I love these calls. These are incredible. I'm going to make this quick because if I talk too long, I will cry. So, as far as the why goes, I mean, I could simply say financial freedom, and financial freedom obviously covers, there's like a blanket that covers all the different whys that I have. But, my whys are right here, right over there in the kitchen. Well, maybe you can't see her. She's washing the dishes. My family, my kids, and to be financially free to spend as much time as I possibly can with them. I mean, what else is there? But we have so many others. My wife has a lot of family in Thailand that have little or no money and need a lot of help. So to be able to go over there and get them all set up in their homes and fix their kitchens and fix their bedrooms and fix their houses and make sure that they have nothing to worry about. The list goes on and on. So I'm going to leave it at that because it's too early to start crying. But, there you go. So I appreciate you letting me share that. Thanks, guys.
Wow. Let me just ask you something.
Yeah.
Because those are great whys. What will it do for you, and how will it make you feel in order to be able to earn the income that will allow you to have the time freedom and the resources to go overseas and really assist your family with those needs?
I've tried to imagine that, and because of not thinking I would ever have that for so long, because of this position that I've put myself in with Karatbars International and our group at Wealth Builders Worldwide. It's starting to kind of hit me. I'm having the conversations with my wife, like, you know, telling her what she needs to start to really realize in the next 6 months, what's going to happen, or even sooner. But it's hard for me to even put into words what that feeling is going to mean to me and what it's going to do to me. You know, so I took my first vacation in like a whole week in 8 years at the company that I work at. And we basically just took that week and we kind of pretended that we were free. And man, it is just an incredible feeling. You know, it was fun to kind of pretend during that week like we were already there and we were already free. You know, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You know what I mean? So what it's going to mean to me is just it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming just to have that.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say right now. I'll have to do some more thinking about how to put that in words.
Well, you know what? That's incredible, man, because it sounds like you're well into the process. I mean, when you're taking off the week to really experience what it would be like. I don't know that I've ever heard anybody say that before or express it like that before. That's incredible, man. And I see what you're doing in your business. You're doing a phenomenal job. And I tell you, one suggestion I certainly would make, man, is, you know, I admire the relationship that you and your wife have, man. You're a great family, man. And if you guys could really sit down between the two of you and really articulate and maybe put the feelings down on paper, how it would make you guys feel to be able to accomplish those goals, man, I bet you it would take your business through the roof.
You're absolutely right. And you 100% just called me out on something that I know I need to do and I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to take accountability and I have to get that done. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have to sit down and write it on paper and have it somewhere visible and talk about it all the time.
Man, listen, you know something? See, that's what I love about, you know, having an interactive training like this, because you just said something so key. And that's what it really is. It's the accountability. That's what it is, the accountability. And, you know, you and your wife have achieved a level of success because you guys hold each other accountable, because of the love and respect there. And a lot of times we don't translate that into our businesses because we're used to working jobs and we go to our job regardless. Okay. But the accountability part of it, that's what the why is. And that's what you're doing when you go back to your affiliates in those times when they start to feel down, is you're holding them accountable to their why. And it jars them back and brings them back. Thank you so much for sharing that, sir. You brought a ton of value to this discussion.
I appreciate you and I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Hey, listen, we'll take one more person. If we got another one that wants to share, then I want to shift gears and maybe see if Dr. Sergio had anything he wanted to share as far as the why is concerned. Anyone else? Did anybody else would like to share their why? Going once, going twice. Okay, Dr. Rozelle, sir, I know that you have some folks there, but if you are available at the moment, I just wanted to shift gears and see. Ms. Clark, did you have something you wanted to share? Thought I saw someone. Wasn't quite sure. Okay, great. So Dr. Rozelle, if you're there, sir, just definitely wanted to turn over to you to see if you had anything you wanted to share on the why.
Absolutely not. Mr. Murray, thank you so much. That was, thanks to Ms. Lewis and Mr. Marshall for sharing. That was very, like you said, Mr. Murray, a lot of content value. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you much. All right, folks, so we're going to go ahead and move on. And one thing we certainly want to be mindful of, folks, is let's make sure that we all are muting out our lines as well. I just went through and muted everybody out. This is an interactive call, and it's not something that I want to have everybody's line muted out on. So, so that we don't have to do that, let's just be mindful of our background noise and just keep our phones muted out. Thank you so much for that. So let's move forward. Whys are just super important. So now, folks, I want to make sure that you got pen and paper out. Now, we're going to need you to really take this exercise serious. I'm telling you, it's a money generating exercise. And if you don't have pen and paper, what we really would like for you to do is have your Gladiators Club form handy, 2 copies. Prior to any of these trainings, you want to forewarn your affiliates to be prepared and to come to this training with 2 gladiator forms, all right? But understand this, we're gonna go over the importance of a list and how to put one together, but the list is super important, and it's generally the first mistake that we make in our business. I was talking to a young lady earlier this week, and we were talking about her list, you know, and she was saying, well, I have my list in my phone. And I asked her, I said, well, do you have last names behind every contact in your phone? And she said, no. I said, so that what that means is it's possible you could have 2 or 3 gems in your phone and not know which one you're contacting. And she said, yes, I have a lot of people on my phone that I haven't contacted in a while and that I don't know. Okay, so what I want to suggest to you folks is her first mistake is not having her list written down. Okay, so what I want to suggest to you all is make sure that you understand the importance of writing out your list. Okay, it's that list is preparation of your grand opening. All right, what business? Every single business wants to have a grand opening. They just don't open the doors and say we're open for business. You want to have that grand opening, and that's what the list is about. It's your inventory. You know, if you walked into a grocery store expecting to shop, you know, if you went into that grocery store and there was nothing on the shelves, what would you think? How would you feel about that? Okay. So understand it's your inventory. All right. Now, the list is designed for duplication. And what that means is everybody in your business is going to put together a list. All right. It's easily duplicatable. It's easy to keep track of your business. The thing about it is it's easy to do these things, but it's easier not to do it. So don't fall into the scenario where you're not writing that list down. Your list is supposed to continuously grow, folks, and that's through prospecting, that's through sharing and having a proximity rule, basically 3-foot rule. Somebody comes within 3 feet of you, they get a business card, they get an invitation to take a look at your landing page or what have you, just sharing the quick information. And I tell you, folks, sometimes they stumble around this, but prospecting is something that I do. And I love the way Mr. Kevin Robinson talks about it. He says he doesn't go out to prospect. He's always prospecting. I'm always 100% of the time, I'm always looking for somebody sharp to bring into my business. So I don't have to go out to prospect. I'm prospecting while I'm out. I'm prospecting all the time. I'm at the gas station and I see somebody sharp and I approach them. I say, man, that's a great car you got there, man. What color is that? Oh, it's money green. Wow, that's one of my favorite colors next to royal purple. You know, and I say, listen, this might be a stab in the dark, but I was just wondering, man, you know, do you keep your income options open? Me and my partners are expanding in this area. We're looking for some sharp folks. You may or may not be interested, but I like to exchange information with you and just share a quick video with you, see if you had any interest in what we're doing. And just exchange numbers right there on the spot, folks. So, you know, doing that 1 to 3 times a day to continuously grow that list. Think about how that works when you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 people on your team, and they're each doing that 1 to 3 times a day. Okay, it's incredible. All right. Now, it's often the reason why businesses underperform. Why? Because they don't have anybody to talk to. Okay, you're not organized. You don't have the list. So let's not fall into that pitfall. It allows your sponsor to work with you, and what I mean by that is you got to get your sponsor a copy of your list. That's super important because understand your sponsor is going to be the one helping you with your 3-way phone calls. And I'm telling you, I get so many calls for 3-way phone calls. I can't remember everybody's name. I'm talking to you and you're telling me, okay, this is John. And I'm thinking to myself, if I'm driving, I may not be able to write down John, you know, but if I'm working with 4 or 5 people and I'm sitting down and I'm available for 3-way phone calls and I got 4 or 5 people I'm working with. So I got your list. I got 4 lists out with me and you call me up and you say, hey, I'm about to call number 4. I'm working with number 4. I'm about to switch yours over to number 4 on the list. So I can look down, I can see number 4's name, I see their information, a little bit about them. Boom, it's an awesome thing. So definitely, folks, we want to make sure that we're taking care of the list and you're getting your sponsor a part of the list. Now, I really want you to make sure that you understand this. Any business, all businesses thrive through leads. Now, listen, this way with these lists and putting this list together, you can have an unlimited source of leads, folks. Just imagine you just taking this very seriously and you put a list of 100 people together. Those 100 people drive you to Rod, Sue, and Tom. Okay, Tom they all each do 100, a list of 100, just like you did, right? You can show them your list, you can show them the results, you can show them that they were on your list, and as a result of being on your list, they're now in the business. So they're following your lead, right? This is duplicating. Remember, it's easily duplicatable, but now you've got 400 people to talk to. Now, these are warm market leads because these are family members of these people. These are people you don't know, but they're warm market leads. Now, these 3 people, they each lead you to these 6 people. So now you've got 10 people here that have put a list together of 100 people. You've got 1,000 leads to work from. Take this down another level and just think about that, okay? Think about if these folks were adding 1 to 3 people a day, Monday through Friday, taking Saturday or Sunday off, taking 2 days off or what have you. Okay, let's just say 2 a day for 5 days. Okay, so these 10 people will be talking to an extra 100 people. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 a day is an extra, what? 100 people, right? So you just put another 100 people on the list. It's a phenomenal thing when we start talking about numbers, folks. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab those gladiator forms, grab your pen and paper. I see we've got folks on the line. And one of the things I definitely want you guys to do, we won't do this now, but I want to know when we finish this exercise, maybe some of you guys can type in the chat how long you've been in the business. I got started in this business in January. I recruited my first person in March. I was a blue dot for a couple of months. Wasn't really sure that I wanted to do this and was very negative about the business, thought I knew everything about it. And then as folks continued to drip and not give up, I was dealing with a group of professionals. I saw the light, I got involved, and the rest has been history. So certainly, folks, I need you to take this process, very, very important. So let's just start with your list, folks. You got pen and paper in hand. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about your family members. I want you to put we're just going to start with the names. We're not going to put the numbers on here, right? Okay, so let's just start with names. All right, let's put your mom and your dad on the list. Shouldn't your mom and dad know about your new business? Shouldn't they be investing in gold? Shouldn't they be involved in this with the cryptocurrency? Put your mom and dad on the list. What about your mother-in-law, your father-in-law? Put them on the list as well. Folks, let's make sure that our lines are muted out. Now we've got folks chiming in. Please, let's make sure that we mute our lines out as well. What about your grandparents? Okay, I see we got folks in the business 3 months, 1 year, January 1, 4 months, starting in June. Okay, great. We got some new folks on the line. Absolutely. Let's take this list seriously. What about your children? You got grown kids. My kids are involved. My father's an affiliate. He owns coins. My mother-in-law is an affiliate. She owns coins. She's got a nice stash of gold. My grandparents are deceased, but yours may not be. Put them on your list. What about your children? My children are involved as well. They have packages, they own coins, and they own gold. We all should be writing right now. What about your brothers and sisters? My brothers are involved, both of them. They have packages, they have coins, they own gold. I'm talking to everybody. Aunts and uncles. Who are your aunts and your uncles? Write them down. Put them on the list. Nieces and nephews. You should be writing right now. Let's see, what time is it? Great. Make sure we keep time. This exercise. Nieces and nephews, your cousins. Okay. I have folks on every level that we just talked about, except for the grandparents, because all of my grandparents are deceased. Okay, so we should be talking to everybody in our business. Put your cousins down. What about your friends and neighbors? Friends and neighbors, they should be on the list.
All right, sir.
Okay, Chris, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you out, partner. All right, neighbors, friends. My best friend, Walter Florence, he's in the business. He and his wife both have VIP packages. They own significant coin. They're getting gold every month. Friends and neighbors, people you work with. I share an office with Louis Young and Stephen Coates. We're all in the business. Thank you, Tony Dublin. Church members, who do you worship with? Who are members of your Sunday school class? What about civic groups, Rotary clubs, exchanges, JCs, political clubs? Chris, I'm gonna mute you out again, partner. All right. Schoolmates, who did you go to school with? Schoolmates, former co-workers, who did you used to work with? People from your hometown. Who were you in the military with? Who did you serve with? Who's your doctor? Who's your lawyer? Follow your business. You got to follow your dollar. Guess what? My barber, he's an affiliate in the business. He bought a 3K package, profit pack. Well, it wasn't a profit package then, but he bought a 3K pack. Follow your money. Merchant, who's your grocery, your doctor, your dentist? Who does your dry cleaning? Remember, we're talking about K exchanges as well. Who do you know that are business owners? Who actually approached you about doing businesses like this in the past before? Who's your beautician, your jeweler, your favorite waitress, a waiter? Think about your Christmas card list. Who are you sending Christmas cards to? I know there are a few of us that still do that. Your address book. Chris, I'm gonna mute you out one more time, partner. All right. What about past business relationships? Go back and look through your planner, your daytime planner, numbers that you might have written down in that daytime planner, just somewhere to find more names at. Your church directories you might have, clubs you're a part of. You may have a church directory sitting around. Salespeople, who do you know that are salesmen already? Sometimes salesmen can be the worst people to bring into a business like this because they're used to making money with their mouth. And one of the things that we have to do in this business is we make money without using our mouths. We use third party. We use the tapes, the videos, our landing pages. Who do you know that are business owners? Human resource directors, office managers. Who do you know that's an accountant? Who helps you out with your advertising? Who do you know that's an actor? Who's in the Air Force? Been a part of the Air Force, retired Air Force. Who do you know that works as a part of the airlines? An architect. Who do you know in food service? Who do you know that works at a credit union, in delivery? Remember, our business is international, folks. It's international. Who do you know in other states? I live in the DMV area, so that means we were right here in Maryland, Virginia, and DC, kind of a tri-state area, very well connected. Think about the cities and the states that are connected to yours. So, you know, within an hour or two driving distance. Who do you know in Delaware? Who do you know in New Jersey? West Virginia, Ohio, Atlanta. When you see briefings and meetings being advertised, you immediately should go to your team and say, who do you know in these areas? and start working to get them to those events. We have an awesome briefing every single Monday here in the Waldorf, Maryland area. Your team should know about that. You should be taking advantage of that. Who do you know within driving distance of Waldorf, Maryland? Because you should be inviting them out to that Monday night briefing. Who do you know in Illinois, North Carolina, South Carolina? Who do you know in Canada, Alberta, British Columbia, New Brunswick? Who do you know in Newfoundland? Who do you know in Australia, Africa, Ontario, Quebec? Who do you know in Tennessee? Your list should be growing. You should be writing down names. So listen, we're going to take about 1 more minute. Who do you know in Virginia? Who do you know in Atlanta, Florida, around the Miami area? Folks, the person with the largest list is going to be the one that wins. So listen, what I want to do now is I just want to open up, and we're going to need some folks to be serious here and participate. And what I want to know is how many people you were able to put on your list. So hopefully everyone here wasn't just listening to me, and you guys were actually putting that list down. So we're going to open up and ask that you unmute your line and share with us what your list is looking like. Maybe you can tell us how many were on your list, how many you added as a result of the exercise, or if you didn't have a list and you just started it, how many people you have on your list. Let's open up.
Mr. Murray.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Gwen Lewis.
Hello, Ms. Lewis.
I had 21 on my list, and now I have 30.
Okay, so you added 9.
I added 9.
Okay. Miss Lewis. All right. Miss Lewis, you think you're going to be able to add more to that list?
Yes, I am. The reason I got stymied with my list is because people kept saying, no, I'm not interested. And before I could get, far enough to really explain the business. So it kind of deterred me a little bit from that list and started getting me thinking about talking to people that I really don't know. And so when I was in New York this weekend, I think I may have recruited 3 people. 2 of them have called me already. So I'm going to do the 3-way with them next week.
Okay. All right. Couple of things there. The first is this. When you say, I'm just thinking about, we start a list before we start contacting people. So when you put a list together of 21 people, how did you come about putting that list together?
All the people that are close to me, all the people that I know.
Okay. So you have about 21 people in your phone?
Oh no, I have 300 people in my phone.
Okay. So out of the 300 people that you have in your phone, you only want 21 people to know that you're in business for yourself?
Well, I only put 21 people on the list at that time because I was so new, and I'm still new. I still feel like a babe in the woods, and I'm still trying to get my confidence and my routine together. So
absolutely,
yeah. So
I understand that. And see, and you said something about confidence, and understand this. I really want you to help you understand this, because you just said you verbalized one of the downfalls and the byproducts of having a small list. And I will say a list of 21 people is a small list. Because when you have a small list and you start contacting people, the first thing that happens is that as soon as a couple of people say no, we tend to start getting down. But when you have a large list and you contact those first 5 people, then you realize after you contacted those first 5 people that, and they said they're telling you no, then you get down. You get down in the business, okay? And that's where you don't want to be. When you have a large list and the first couple of people tell you no, then you start to realize that you know what? I still got 90 some odd people to talk to. So it can kind of work the opposite way with regard to your mindset, you know? So what I want to encourage you to do is I want to encourage you to move more of the people out of your phone onto your list. Okay. And it's important because you want everybody on that list to know exactly what you're doing. Everybody in your phone, those directories, who you worship with, you know, did you send out Christmas cards this year?
Yes, I sent out a lot of Christmas cards,
Uh,
like around 50.
Around 50 Christmas cards. So
Yeah.
every last one of those people that you sent the Christmas card to, guess what? You're on their mind because they're opening up a card with your handwriting in it.
Mm-hmm.
They should be on your list. Okay. So sometimes what we tend to do is we tend to sort our list before we put it down and we prejudge it. Okay.
I did.
Yeah, and that's a crucial mistake that we make when we don't know. And you didn't know. You're not unlike many people in this business. You're an excellent person to come up, and we really appreciate you opening up. Because understand this, you said some things that were really crucial. You said that as you were in New York, you're starting to get people that are interested now, right? Didn't you say that?
Yes, I did. I had at least 2 or 3 interested.
Okay. Now, what I want to share with you as well is you got some folks that are interested. They say that they're interested now. You wait a few days, you let 4, 5, 6 days, a week transpire before you go back and follow up with those folks, and you're going to have to re-energize them. You're going to have to reinvigorate them again. So typically, when you get somebody that's interested, you want to move on them right away, straight away. Okay, don't let the time jump in there, and folks will kind of lose enthusiasm. You got them excited now while they're in front of you. Sometimes I'll guarantee you this, sometimes it's easy for folks to tell you yes in person than it is to tell you no in person. So while you're in front of them and they say, yeah, I'm interested, if you take the time to jump out and do a 3-way phone call at that point in time, see, they may be interested because they don't want to say no to your face. But when you use that third party, and because they said that they're interested, and you do that 3-way phone call at that point in time, then they get more information, third party information, and it tends to help move those people along further and faster in your business. What you want to do is condense some time frames. How long are you in the business?
I came in, I think, in November, I think.
In November. Okay. So you are, maybe 1 to 2 months old in the business. Okay. So I understand that. Hey, listen, I appreciate you stepping up and really sharing with us on this call. It's really been helpful. And I think just hearing your story will help a lot of people. And I really appreciate you doing that. What I want to encourage you to do is I want to encourage you to take and move everyone out of your phone to your list. And what I want you to do is I want you to start exposing those people properly. Everyone on that list deserves an opportunity to hear about this business, and they deserve to hear about it in a professional manner. What I suggest that you do is I suggest you share with them maybe the landing page on Wealth Builders Worldwide. Okay. Are you familiar with wealthbuildersworldwide.info?
Yes, I have a landing page.
Okay, you do have a landing pages. So are you sharing the second video with the folks that you're talking to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I haven't had a chance to do that part of it yet.
Oh, okay.
I just introduced them to, now a lot of them on my list I've shared the video.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they did not. They went and did some research and this, that, and the other, and decided that this, was not something that they felt comfortable with.
Okay. All right. And did they talk to anybody or just you?
I believe they talked to people. I think that's the problem. They did not use the 3-way. They just went out and started talking to people to see what they could come up with, and then decided, well, I'm not going to be successful at this.
Okay. Now, one thing I want to share with you is just this. You may need a posture change. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you may, when I contact people, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited when I talk to them. And I share the information with them. And then when they give me their excuse, I don't let them just give me their excuse. They give the excuse to my expert. Okay. And so what I'll say things to them like, well, um, I've got somebody on the phone. I've got somebody that you need to listen to. Hold on. You before what I don't do is I don't let I let somebody else answer the objections. Okay.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. And it sounds like you're having a little trouble in the transition there. So what I'm gonna do is you're in the right place. We're gonna go over some things. I'm getting ahead of myself. So just stay close with us. And I want to open up. Thank you so much for sharing. I want to move forward and really I think you brought a lot of value to the call. But definitely hold tight, because we're going to talk about some of these things that are going to help you be a lot more successful in the process here. Okay, Ms. Lewis?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Listen, I want to open up for one more person. If you can share with us anything that you have regarding your list.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, this is Gina Clark. How you doing?
I'm outstanding, Ms. Clark.
Good, good. I've been in Carrot Bar for 3 weeks.
All right.
It's going pretty good. I like everything that's going on. I do talk to all my people that I have, and a lot of them just signed up and just doing it right now. But like I told them, okay, if you really want to make some real money, you have to buy a package, okay, and actually start seeing how the business really works. So for that young lady that was just on, yeah, she's just have to hang in there, because don't give up, okay. People going to tell you no. I mean, because I've done businesses in the past, so I get a lot of no's anyway. But that just tells me, okay, so they're not ready. Next, and I keep moving on. I have over 1,000 people from my phone on my list, okay, because like I say, I've been doing businesses in the past, okay. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But guess what? I'm still out there, still looking, and still doing, to get the business that I really want going. And that's what I'm doing with Carrot Bar, because Carrot Bar is one of the best businesses I've seen in years. Okay, so I'm letting the people know, don't give up, because you, like you said earlier, you're in a good place. Okay, I know I'm in a good place, because when I heard it, I jumped right in. And then my son Gio jumped in. I got my other son in. I'm talking to all my family members, but people just going, they're not comfortable. They're comfortable in their comfort zone, but they're not comfortable opening up to something new. And that's what we have to, try to get them to do. Try something new, okay? Because they're never gonna know what's gonna work for them if they don't open up and be true to themselves. Okay, you have to be true to yourself, because if you keep saying no, 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 you're never gonna get anywhere.
Ms.
Okay.
Clark, I appreciate you sharing that with us. And you said something that was very huge. You said you had 1,000 people in your phone. Now, are all of those 1,000 folks on your actual Gladiators Club form?
Say that again, because somebody cut in on the line.
No problem. You said that you had 1,000 people in your phone. And what I'm asking
Yes,
you.
and I'm putting them on my list.
Okay. So you're putting them on your list, or are they already on your list?
No, a lot of them are on my list, but it's a lot. So I've already sent out my information to a lot of them too. So
okay.
But and I also, because I go out and I meet new people every day, and everybody goes on my list.
Good stuff.
So that's what I'm doing.
Ms. Clark,
Okay,
this sounds like you're gonna
godson is the same thing.
It sounds like you're gonna have a lot of success in this business, Ms. Clark.
I'm hoping so.
One thing I do want to ask you, because you said something, and I like to check people. You said, I always tell them. Okay. I want to ask you, how much are you using an expert in your process? How much are you utilizing someone else to do the talking? The three-way phone call.
Okay, well, I'm just, like I said, I'm just getting started. The only one I really had talked to so far was Mr. Robertson. I talked to Kevin, Brian. Well, so far them two.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like you're doing a great job, and you're working with some very, very sharp folks. So I know that you're going to be on the right track. Thank you so much for sharing, and definitely hold tight to this training, because we're going to go through another exercise that I think that'll be very, very helpful to you. So with that, folks, You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for sharing. Hey, listen, folks, that in itself was just training, just a plethora of good training just by listening to those two new affiliates. And it really shows the importance of why we need to be doing this training here, because you just heard two new affiliates, one with experience and one with not so much experience, um, and both having different philosophies in the business, and both having different levels of success. I'm gonna mute everybody out one more time. I hear a little bit of background noise. But what I'm excited about, folks, is that you guys are getting it live. This is live experience and what's going on out here in the field, folks. And it's important that you have that list, that you follow through with that list, and that we expose that list properly. So let's move forward. And what I want to do at this point in time is I just definitely want to open up and just see if Dr. Rozelle had a comment or two very quickly before we move forward. All right. So with respects to contacting and inviting folks, you want to identify your prospects. Okay. We identify those prospects as reds, greens, and blues. Reds are people that you look up to. Okay. Those people that you look up to, we typically want to approach them with an indirect approach. It's something like, I like to get your opinion. I've got involved with something and I like to get your opinion before I move forward. I like to get your opinion on somebody else that I truly respect. Just share something with me. I'm excited about it, and I respect you. I respect, how you conduct business, and I like to get your opinion on this. Okay, that's an indirect approach. Greens are your peers, and a lot of times these are the people that are hardest to talk to because they know your personal situation. Okay, you can use a direct or indirect approach with these folks. Okay, now blues, these are people that look up to you. These are people that you could just call up and say, hey man, I just got involved with something, I'm super excited about it, and I need you to take a look at this for me straight away. You got 10 minutes to take a look at a quick video. Boom. All right, so blues, typically you're using that indirect approach. Next, you want to, as you decide which approach, then you want to make the call. All right, and Ms. Lewis, this is where you want to be excited. You got to be smiling when you talk, and understand it's all about your posturing. Okay, you never want people to feel like you need them in this business. You're doing someone else a favor by sharing with them something that can affect their life, like you're expecting this business to affect your life. Okay, so again, you want to invite folks to a meeting. You want to invite them to a three-way phone call. You want to invite them to a tool. You always want to use third party with this. All right. Answer questions by saying, I don't have a lot of time. And that's something typically you might want to say in the very beginning. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody out. And we're going to go over a couple of scripts real quick as well. Next, when you get a commitment, you want to be specific where and when you're going to meet. Okay, so you get a commitment. That's always got to be your objective. Anytime you do a three-way phone call, is you need to make sure that the commitment is clear what your objective is, and then you get that commitment and be specific as to time, date, and where you're going to meet. Get off the phone, text them back to confirm. That's very important. And a lot of times when we text back, we get people, inexperienced folks in this business will text back like this. They'll say something like, hey, are you still going to be able to make our meeting on Monday? Okay, you're texting back maybe Sunday, maybe Monday around 12 o'clock, and the meeting is at 7:30. Hey, are you still going to be able to make the meeting tonight? Well, no, that's the wrong way to text. Professionals will say, hey, listen, I'm excited about our meeting tonight at 7:30. See you then. See, we're always expecting the result that we're looking for. All right. When you give them an out, oftentimes they take it. So when you're asking, are you still going to be able to make it? Oh, wow. Okay. So she just gave me an opening. You know what? I'd rather go get my toenails clipped this evening than go to that meeting, So let's not give them that out. Let's go ahead and assume, we want to assume the sale. We want to assume the desired result that we're looking for. So, hey, I'm excited. You know, I'll say, hey, listen, I talked to the presenter today. He's very excited about meeting you and personally shaking your hand, you know. So I'm excited about, you know, and oftentimes too, what I like to do is I like to pick up folks that are going to meetings and things like that. I'll pick them up. So listen, I'm going to let you guys take a picture of this. This is a contacting and inviting. I want to move into a next exercise. Also, I want to suggest that you guys move to wealthbuildersworldwide.info. These two contacts right here are more conducive to maybe inviting to a webinar or what have you. The landing pages, the meeting, those contacting scripts are on wealthbuildersworldwide.info. Definitely want to direct any of you guys to take a look at the map on wealthbuildersworldwide.info or .net. It's the same site. But again, the direct approach will be, hey, John, I'm glad I caught you running out the door. So again, you ain't got a time for a whole lot of talking. Real quick, a good friend introduced me to a great business. You may or may not be interested. It will not take much of your time. I'd like to share it with you. John, I need you to join me and my partner on a webinar to get the facts. What day works best for you? This week, 7:30, Tuesday or Thursday. Give them an option, which day. And then sometimes we ask what day will be better for you and when is a good time. We ask when is a good time, and you give people too broad of an objective. You know, so it's too much to choose from. So I like to narrow things down. Which day works best for you at 7:30, Tuesday or Thursday? Great. I'll shoot you a text with the details as soon as I get a moment. Thanks, bro. I'll talk to you later. Boom. All right. Now let's just move on to this. What I want to do is I want to talk about edification, folks. Edification is one of the biggest and most important parts of our business. All right. Edification is something that should be used at all points in time. Thank you so much, Ms. Glassby, for putting that in the training. And also we have other fast start trainings that take place throughout the company. And I want to suggest that you use those as well. This training is to go along with those as well. So what we want to do now is I really want you guys to understand the importance of edification. Okay, it creates and it builds respect. So definitely when you're building your business, you want folks to have respect for you. You want them to have respect for your expert. You want them to have respect for the company that you represent. So we always speak positively about our company. You know, when somebody says something negative about the company to me, I'm always saying, man, that doesn't sound right to me. That has not been my experience. I get paid as much as 5 times a week. You know, oh, really, the gold is expensive. I've never heard that. We own 2 gold mines. There's no middleman. Matter of fact, we have the least expensive, highest quality gold in the market right now. Okay, so edification is all it is just simply saying something good about someone else. Hey, this gentleman, he walks on water and glows in the dark. Okay, he knows 110% of the facts. He loves to help people. He likes to have fun and understand he's making a lot of money in this business. He's extremely busy. Hold on for a second while I get him on the line. Okay, and that's important when you're transitioning a person to a 3-way phone call, is how you handle that transition. Because sometimes, again, if we're amateurs or new to the business, what you'll say is, you know, well, I like to get you on the phone with somebody that can answer your questions. Oh, no. I don't have time. I don't have time right now. But they got time to talk and ask you questions. Okay. So what I do is I just say, listen, this gentleman is extremely busy. Hold on for a second while I connect us. And then I just click, boom. And oftentimes when I come back, just the person is sitting there waiting. Okay. So handle it. And that way, like, you're expecting that they're going to want to talk to your person. And again, you carry the posture as though you're in charge, because you are. You have the opportunity. You have the expert. So you are in charge. Hold on for a second while I get them on the line. Hey, I've got a gentleman that specializes in handling any objections that you may have, or answering all of your questions. Hold on for a second while I get them on the line. That transition is just super important. Okay, so now let's just talk a little bit more about the three-way phone call, and then we're going to open up because we're going to need some folks. We want to actually demonstrate and work through a couple of three-way phone calls as we close out this training. So first and foremost, folks, the most important part of this process is that we understand it. Okay, so now this is you. You call your expert first. Ask them if they're available for three-way phone calls. You may also want to have somebody as a backup or a standby. Okay, so you may want to have 2 or 3 people, experts, waiting on you as you sit back. So you understand that you're taking three hours or an hour out of your time today to now contact folks on your list. So now I'm just going to call my expert. I'm going to call up, say, Mr. Rodney Roach. Mr. Roach, how you doing? This is Al Murray. Hey, listen, I got about an hour or so, hour and a half to be working on this business right now. I'm going through my list. I'm going to be following up with some folks. Are you available for three-way phone calls over the next hour, hour and a half? And he tells me, yes, I am. So I'll make another phone call. Hey, Mr. Young, this is Al Murray. I'm going to be working through my list over the next hour, hour and a half. Just wanted to check with you, see if you're available for three-way phone calls. And that's important because now if I'm doing a three-way phone call for you, you've called me and let me know that you're going to be working through that list. Now I know if I'm talking to the phone and I'm just talking to a friend about whatever, and I see your number come across the line, I'm going to get off the phone and take your call because this is business. It's a money-making activity. Okay, you've called me ahead of time. I'm available. The worst thing you could do is just assume that I'm available and you call me, because oftentimes I might not be available, but because it's a person that's a part of my team and I respect them, then I answer the phone. Okay? But no, it's the wrong time to have somebody on the line right now. I got a minute just to say, hey, real quick, what can I help you with? Or what did you need? But not a moment. And it's really odd when I have to tell you, no, I don't have time to do your three-way phone call, and you've got your person on the line right there sitting waiting. Okay, so when you're doing that three-way phone call, never interrupt the expert. He's the expert. So, okay, so what you want to do is put your phone on mute and just leave it at that. All right. Thank the expert after the appointment is set. So again, your expert is going to set the appointment. So oftentimes, one of the things I like to do with my people is I ask them, we're sharing the SG landing page. Okay, the video, it's a short video. It's only a few minutes. So when we're calling folks, we're asking them, do they have a couple of minutes to take a look at a video? About 10 minutes to take a look at a quick video. And they're watching a video. It's only a couple of minutes, so it's designed for them. They're going to have some questions, okay? So now, oh yeah, I like what I saw, but how do you make money from this? How much does the gold cost? Hey, listen, well, hold on for a second. I got somebody that can answer those questions for you. This gentleman knows 110% of the facts. He loves to help people. He likes to have a lot of fun, and he's having a lot of success in the business. Listen, hold on for a second while I get him on the phone real quick. Boom. All right. So you make that transition. All right. And then you let the expert know when you call him back up now, hey, I've got John on the line. He took a look at the video on the SG site. He's got questions about how to make money in the business and things that are like. What I like to do is I like to invite him out to the Monday night briefing. Okay. So boom. Now the expert knows exactly what it is that you're looking for and what you want. And now, boom, click it over, and now you can handle the three-way phone call. Now, your expert is always on a last name basis, okay? Now, expert is always on a last name basis. He knows all of the facts. Again, these are just edification points. You don't have to hit each and every last one of them. You're going to get better as you do it. You get better as you do these. The thing is your prospect, okay, who is always on a first name basis. Your prospect is on a first name basis. Your expert is on a last name basis, okay? So your prospect has respect for you. They have trust. They have trust for you. They've already given you their telephone number. It may be a family friend, your mom, your dad. So they trust you, right? The thing that you want to do is through your edification of the expert, what you're doing is you're developing respect between your prospect and your expert. Okay. Now, oftentimes what we do is because we're excited that we have this prospect on the line, this guy that we think is going to really blow our business up. This guy may be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, have a lot of personal contacts or had a lot of success in the past. And sometimes we tend to edify this person, more than what we're edifying our expert, right? So again, you want your prospect to say, wow, who is this guy, the expert, right? Who is this guy? Because you're creating that respect, all right? So again, what we want to do now is I want to see if let's go and see who we got here. We've got about 14, 15 more minutes. And what I want to do is see if I can get a couple folks to share and participate here. Who wants to help out with a three-way phone call?
I'll help Miss Mary. I'll help Miss Mary.
You'll help out? Great, great. Appreciate you, Mr. Dixon.
Mm.
Can I get one other person?
I'll give it a try. This is Gwen.
Gwen?
Lewis.
Gwen Lewis, Miss Lewis. Okay, Miss Lewis, what I want you to be is I want Miss Lewis, if you could be the, I want you to be the prospect.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Lewis, I want you to be the prospect. All right, and Mr. Dixon, I want you to be the expert. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to be the affiliate.
Okay.
All right? So first and foremost, all right, so Miss Lewis.
Yes.
All right. So you're going to be my prospect, right? So what I'm
Yes.
going to do first and foremost is I'm going to call up my expert. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Mr. Dixon.
Hey, Mr. Dixon, how you doing, sir? This is Al Murray. Hey, I'm going to be taking a little bit of time, probably about the next hour or so. I'm working on my list. Are you available for three-way phone calls?
Yes, I am. Yes, sir. What's a good time for you?
Well, I'm going to be working over the next hour, going through my list. So I'll call you as soon as I get somebody that has taken a look at the information.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I'll be looking for your phone call.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I've already, let's just say I've made a phone call and I've got 2 experts on hold waiting for me in case I need them, all right? So now what I'm going is I'm going through my list. I'm making a list of my calls. So now I'm about to call Miss Lewis. All right, Miss Lewis, Gwen, right? Gwen is your first name?
Yes.
Okay, great. Gwen. Okay, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Gwen, how you doing? This is Al. I'm just getting ready to run out the door. I'm so glad I was able to catch you. Is this a good moment for you?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
Outstanding. Listen, I am so excited. I just got started with a new business. Somebody introduced me to something that I'm super excited about it. I think you'll be excited about it as well. Just wanted to find out if you got about 10 minutes to take a look at a quick video.
Well, I don't know if I can take a look at it right now, but maybe when I get back from the grocery store, I'll be able to sit down and look at it.
Okay, when you get back from the grocery store. About what time would that be?
Let's see, about 3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock? Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to shoot you the link out. And what I'll do is I'll give you a call back at 3:10. Is that fair?
That's okay. Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, great. Well, I'll get back to you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Great. So now I get off the line. I shoot her the link, and I'm calling the next person. Okay. So Gwen, I'm just going to do this again, and you can give me another scenario. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Gwen? This is Al Murray. I'm just super excited. Somebody and I'm running. I'm getting ready to run out the door. I'm so glad I was able to reach you. Gwen, I got a quick question for you. I just want to ask you. I'd like to get your opinion on something. You know, I respect you so much and the level of success you've been having. And getting ready to take my son out to the ball game real quick. And before I went out, I just wanted to see if I could get you to take a look at a quick 10-minute video and get your opinion on it. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, great. Well, listen, I'm going to shoot you that link out. It's about a 10-minute video. And what I'll do is, will you be able to take a look at that straight away?
Yes, I'll look at it. When you
okay.
Are you sending it now?
I'm getting ready to send it to you straight away. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, great. So what I'll do is I'll give you a call back in about 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Great, great, great. All right. Boom. So now that's done. So I'm going through my list. So now let's just say it's 3:10. Okay. So now I'm about to call Gwen up and I'm following up with Gwen. She should have gotten home around 3, taking a look at she's taking a look at the video. That's what I'm assuming. And so I'm about to call her now. All right. So this is what I will do first before I call Gwen, because again, this may be outside of the time frame that I have talked to my expert and made sure he was available. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call my expert back. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Earl Dixon.
Hey, Mr. Dixon, this is Al Murray again. Hey, listen, I got in contact with a young lady. Her name is Gwen. She is taking a look at the video on the SG site. And I talked to her a little earlier today. She told me she was going to be back home around 3 o'clock and take a look at the video. So I promised I'd call her back around 3:10 or so. So I just wanted to see if you were available for a quick three-way, if I was able to reach her.
That sounds great. I'm just pulling up at home, so I'll be in a good position to do that.
Sounds good, sir. Certainly appreciate it. Okay, great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call up Gwen. Okay, so ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Gwen, how you doing? This is Al Murray. So glad I caught you. Just want to give you a call. And, you said you were going to have a chance to take a look at that video and give me your opinion on that. Just want to see what you like best about what you heard or saw in that video.
Yes, I did watch it. It was just there's a lot of questions that I have about it, and
Okay.
so I'm not sure about doing sales. I don't do well selling things. So I'm okay until I get to asking for money, and I just can't seem to do that.
Wow, wow, wow. That's understandable. I tell you, I really understand that. And I kind of felt the same way myself. But I tell you what, this gentleman that I'm about to put you on the phone with, he really helped me get over a lot of that. This gentleman knows 110% of the facts. He loves to help people. He's very, very down to earth. He's building a phenomenal business, so he's having a lot of success. But this gentleman is extremely busy. So I want to see if I can get 1 minute of his time. Hold on for a second while I connect this.
Okay.
Boom, I've already connected. I'm already dialing. I've got her on hold. I've got Gwen on hold now, and I'm calling up my expert, Mr. Dixon. Okay, so ring, ring.
Hello, this is Mr. Dixon. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Dixon, this is Al Murray. Listen, I appreciate you being available for this three-way. I've got Gwen on the line. Gwen has a lot of questions. She took a look at that video that I shared with you earlier, the SG site, and she's got some questions. She says she's not in sales, this, that, and the other. But she's got a lot of questions, and obviously she should, I guess, because she only saw that couple of minute video. But is it okay if I go ahead and connect this over?
Yeah, let's do that right now, Mr. Murray.
Okay, great. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shift gears. All right, I want to be the expert. Okay. So so if you, Mr. Dixon, can call up Gwen and just tie it into me, okay, and let me be the expert. All right.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Gwen, this is Mr. Murray. You called me earlier. This is Mr. Dixon. We said that we would do a three-way call earlier, and I got my expert on the line, and he's ready to have a conversation. Are you still available?
Yes, but I don't have much time.
Okay, it won't take long. 100% of the information, the questions that you talked about earlier today, we can get them all answered right now. So within that short period of time, I think you'll be really satisfied because I got them on the line.
Okay.
All right. Matter of fact, let me just switch over because he's already on the line. Okay. Mr. Murray,
Yeah.
This is Mr. Dixon. Mr. Murray, this is Mr. Dixon. I got Gwen on the line. Can we help her out now?
Absolutely, absolutely. How you doing, Gwen?
I'm good, thank you.
Outstanding, outstanding. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Al Murray. I'm a local business owner here in the Southern Maryland area, and I'm extremely excited about this opportunity that has my partner, Earl Dixon, and I aligned with this company that's been in business since 2011. We're doing a phenomenal job just sharing this with folks all around the world, and I understand you had a chance to take a look at our introductory video. Is that true?
Yes, I did.
Great, great, great. And what did you like best about what you heard or saw in that video?
Well, I like the fact that you can make money. I like the fact that you only need to get two other people. But I have a lot of questions. I'm not sure about whether the gold is real. I'm not sure whether this is a pyramid scheme, or I don't want to get into anything that's going to get my family and friends in trouble.
Wow, I understand that, Gwen. I certainly do. As a matter of fact, I felt the same way about this when I took a a serious look at this for myself. But let me just assure you, pyramids are illegal. This company's been in business for, since 2011. It's licensed to operate in over 127 different countries around the world. So I can assure you this is not a pyramid. And absolutely, our company, the gold, is LBMA certified. It's been packaged by an LBMA certified company. So I can assure you that the gold is real. But here's the thing. I'm sure you probably have a plethora of questions. And what I like to do is I'll be hosting a webinar this Tuesday, and I'll be going through the facts, all of the facts. And what I like to do is extend you a personal invite to that webinar this Thursday at 7:30. Would you be able to make that?
Yes.
Great. Well, listen, I'm excited about sharing 110% of the facts with you. And I guarantee you this, when you take a look at that webinar, when you come off of that webinar, I'll be available to answer any questions that you might have. But I guarantee you this, you will get enough information to make an informed decision after that webinar, whether this is something that you like to do or not. So with you already committing to that, I'd like to thank you for that. It's a private webinar, and I'm giving you my private invitation to this webinar. And what I want to do before I let you go is I just want to assure you that Mr. Earl Dixon is doing a phenomenal job in this business. He's very new to the business right now, but he's doing a great job just sharing this with folks all around the world. So you can rest assured that you're in good hands working with Mr. Dixon. So Mr. Dixon, let me just ask you if you would just share the link to that webinar this Tuesday with Gwen. I'd certainly appreciate it. Would you be able to do that, sir?
Yes, sir. As soon as right, matter of fact, as soon as we got the line, I'll send it right over to her so she could be there. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Gwen, it's been a pleasing pleasure to have the opportunity to talk to you this evening. I certainly look forward to sharing all of the facts with you this coming Tuesday at 7:30. I'll see you then, okay?
Thank you. I'll see you then. I'll talk with you then.
Great. All right. Well, listen, now we're hanging up. It's all over. It's so important at this point in time that you get off the line. An inexperienced affiliate at this point in time will be excited. Okay, they've just got Gwen invited out to a presentation. They're on their way out to they're coming to the Tuesday night webinar, but then they'll stay on the line, okay, and talk to the prospect after the expert has hung up the phone. Now, what you do when this happens is now your prospect will say something like, "Okay, Earl, give me the facts, man. What's this all about?" And then you start talking. That's what happens with the inexperienced person, because now that person, your prospect is already committed, you get off the phone, you hang up, because now when they're asking you questions, what they're doing is they're really trying to find out to get enough information to find out if they really want to attend that webinar or not. But since you've got that commitment, you get off the line, you shoot them the link. You let them get the link, you make sure that they got it, and then you follow up with them 24 hours ahead of time, and then you follow up with them maybe midday before the webinar, okay? And again, you shoot them a text, you follow up, and you're always in the affirmative, assuming that they're going to attend. So we're not saying, "Hey, are you still going to be able to make it to the webinar?" No, we're saying, "Listen, I talked to Mr. Murray. He's excited about presenting the information to you tonight at 7:30. See you then." Boom. All right? And we let it go. So what I want to do now, we've got our call coming up at 10:45. All right. And so we're going to definitely be off of this line before that. We got a power call that takes place at 10:45. So what I want to do now is I just want to open up. And Miss Lewis, would you feel comfortable being the prospect? I want you to be the prospect now. All right. And
okay.
All right, I want you to be the prospect. Mr. Dixon will be, I'm sorry, I want you to be the affiliate. Okay?
You're talking to Mr. Dixon?
No, Miss Lewis, I want you to be the affiliate.
Oh, you want me to be the affiliate? Okay.
Yeah, so you're going to be initiating a three-way phone call. Mr. Dixon, you can be the prospect, and I will be the expert.
Okay.
Okay, so Miss Lewis, you have already contacted me. So you've already asked me if I'm available for three-way phone calls. Mr. Dixon has already watch the video. So you're calling up to see what he likes best about the video, and then you want to initiate the three-way phone call. Do you think you can take it from there?
I'll try.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Hello, Mr. Dixon.
Yes, this is Mr. Dixon. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, just fantastic. I am so excited. I'm so glad to have this opportunity to connect you with our expert, Mr. Al Murray.
Okay.
And
Okay. Hold on.
he's the person.
Miss Lewis.
Hello.
Miss
Yes.
Lewis. Okay. What you're doing, your prospect, Mr. Earl is your prospect. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just start off from the top. What you're doing is all right, what I want you to do, you've already asked him to watch the video.
Yes.
Okay. He said he's going to watch the video. And now you're calling up to see what he liked best about what he heard or saw on the video.
Oh, I see. Okay. I was just putting you on the phone. Okay.
Great.
Mr. Dixon, did you watch the video?
I watched that video and I'm excited about what I saw, but I have a list of questions that I need to get answered, but I'm really excited.
Oh, well, I am just glad to know that you're excited because I have a very special person to put on the phone to help you with your questions and any objections that you may have at this time. Mr. Al Murray is an expert in our business. He has done an excellent job building his business, and I would feel honored to have him speak with you at this time about any questions that you have.
Well,
Hold on just a second.
How soon can we get him on the line?
Just a second. I have him right here on the line.
Thank you.
Just hold on a second. Okay, Mr. Murray?
Yes, ma'am.
I have Mr. Dixon on the line. Can I mute my phone and put you on?
No. Tell me a little bit about Mr. Dixon. What has he had a chance to take a look at?
Mr. Dixon has had a chance to take a look at the 10-minute video.
Okay, and
he has a lot. He's excited about what he saw. He's very, but he has a lot of questions right now.
Okay, he's got a lot of questions. Now, what is it that you want me to do with Mr. Dixon?
Well, I'm hoping that you will answer any questions that he has and invite him to the webinar.
Invite him to the webinar. Okay, great. All right, and what's Mr. Dixon's first name? Earl.
Earl.
Okay, great. Okay, so you're gonna introduce me to Earl now. Okay, go ahead.
Earl?
Yes,
I have Mr. Al Murray on the phone, and I'm going to, he's, like I say, he's an expert. He knows all the answers. He's built his business. He's very successful, and I'd like for you to listen to him and order to get a great start on your business.
Okay, I got my list of questions ready.
Okay, Mr. Murray, this is Mr. Earl Dixon.
Hey, Earl, how you doing today, sir?
Wonderful, Mr. Murray.
Great. Hey, listen, allow me to introduce myself real quick. My name is Al Murray, as you know. I'm a local business owner here in the Southern Maryland area and extremely excited about this opportunity that has Gwen, Miss Lewis, and myself aligned with this company. And the company's doing a phenomenal job just creating tremendous atmosphere all around the world. And we're just super excited to be a part of it. I understand you had a chance to take a look at the video.
Yes, I did.
Great. And what did you like best about what you heard or saw in that video?
Well, the first thing I like the whole business model. The idea of being able to take some of the current money that I'm making and being able to invest it in gold. I mean, that's something that seems like I'll really be interested in. What I want to do, I got a list of questions based on the company, the track record, and how to simply get started for me and my family.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Basically, what you just took a look at was basically something to pique your interest, kind of to see if you were interested in maybe moving forward. I definitely have time to maybe entertain one or two questions, but I certainly want to steer you forward to another opportunity to take a look at more of the facts about this business. And I guarantee you, once you're able to take a further look, you'll be able to get all of your questions answered. But was there something I could answer for you very quickly?
Yeah, well, let me ask you a question. The thing that you're going to recommend me to, because I got a list of questions, and when will that be available?
Well, listen, I personally host a webinar on Tuesday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Are you available Tuesday at 7:30?
I will make myself available because what I saw is something that I've been really searching for. I'm just hoping that's really real. Yeah.
And listen, I can assure you that it's real. This company is helping people all around the world do some phenomenal things. So without any further ado, what I'd like to do is personally extend you an invitation to our webinar this coming Tuesday at 7:30.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll have Miss Lewis shoot you the link. And
Okay.
I personally look forward to sharing the facts with you. And I can guarantee you at the conclusion of that webinar, you may have 1 or 2 questions. I'll be able to answer those for you, but you'll get all of the facts you need to know in order to make an informed decision as to whether this is something that'll benefit you and your family like it's benefiting ours. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, it sounds good. The little bit of information I saw for that video, it was a teaser. So I'm looking forward to getting all of the facts on Tuesday. So I look forward and I'll be there. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So folks, that's so what I'll do is I'll just make sure that Miss Lewis shot over the link to the webinar, and Miss Lewis would definitely get off the phone, kind of pushing things forward. I got a time of 10:35. And we certainly want to make sure that we're jumping on that power call at 10:45 today. So what I want to do is I'll take 5 minutes worth of questions. Dr. Sergio Razel, if you wanted to make a statement or two as well, I'll turn it back over to you to kind of close us out here. But I'll open up just to take maybe 2 minutes worth of Q&A. So does anybody have any questions?
No, but I do want to make a recommendation if I could.
Yes, sir.
I had a problem dealing with no's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of my biggest hurdles. And no sometimes can turn your whole objective around. So there is a book called Go for No. And I work with all my people. It's a YouTube video. And it tells you how to let a no motivate you. It says that yes is a destination and no is how you get there. So when I looked at that book and read that book, a no to me now is like I got armor, and it excites me to get that no. And all of my prospects, I asked them to go take a look, and that way they can always dispel a no, and a no will motivate you. So that may be something they can take a look at because it has really helped me. It's called Go for No.
Outstanding. I certainly appreciate that. I know one of the things that the way I treat no is no means not right now. No simply means that I have not given my prospect enough information to make an informed decision at this point in time. And that's on me. It's not on them. So, yeah, I definitely appreciate you bringing it up, sir. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
With that, any other questions or comments before I turn this over to Dr. Razel to close us out? Ms. Lewis, want to ask you a question real quick. Was this helpful for you?
This was very helpful for me. I appreciated everything, every comment that you made. I know that I had a false start there with the transition on the three-way call, but I haven't had a lot of practice on that, but I will begin working on that.
There's no problem with that. It's a great example when we have folks like new folks to do things like that, because here's the thing, we talk about how to do them, but the only way you really learn how to do them is to do them. You have to go through activity knowledge. So that's what you just did. You went through the activity knowledge, and you will continue to get better at it as you move forward. And in many cases, as you stumble and make a few mistakes, that's where your expert is there to kind of fill in the blanks and to help you right along with it. And that's why you got to make sure that you're using third party, you're utilizing an expert, because it's duplicatable. And that's how you learn the business. You can learn while you earn in this business. So with that, folks, I appreciate each and every one of you for chiming in. We will be back next Saturday at 9 o'clock. So definitely make sure that you are here. Then invite your new folks out. And what I want to encourage you to do is to finish those lists, put the numbers beside those lists, and make sure that you get your sponsor a copy of your list and set up your date for your private goal reception. So with that, folks, I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on this training call tonight. And I'll turn this over very quickly to Dr. Sergio Razel.
Well, thank you so much,
Mr. Murray, excellent job, sir, as always, on the training today. I also want to thank those individuals that participated, Mr. Dixon, Ms. Lewis, and of course, everyone that participated and shared their why earlier. So I want to just remind everybody that we do have the power call at 10:45. So make sure you're on there. Exciting stuff going on this week, as everyone knows. And just, hey guys, really, really take to heart what you learned today and make sure you get that list. And it's forever growing. It's a living document. That's all I have, sir. Success is voluntary. You deserve it, everybody. Back to you, Mr. Murray. And we see everybody next Saturday.
All right. Thanks a lot. Certainly appreciate you all. God bless and good night.
Good night.